Was on Jones. Today, ladies and gentlemen, talk about my thoughts on the Straight A Society, and I'm going to also talk about Survivor Series. You know, that pay-per-view, it's gone. That pay-per-view is gone. And I'm also going to talk about, a little bit of the whole no blood thing in the WWE. Alright, first I'm going to talk about, my thoughts on the Straight A Society. My thoughts on the Straight A Society is basically, I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's they're the best heel group in the WWE right now. Clearly, they're the hottest heel group in the WWE right now, even though, it's pretty much been carried by CM Punk. Much like Legacy. Legacy being carried by CM Punk. I actually thought that, the Straight A Society, I thought Luke Gallows and CM Punk, I truly thought that those guys should have won the Unified Tag Team titles. Like LV54 had said, he thought they should have won. I agree. I really do thought they should have won. And this mid-show thing, I guess they might have good chemistry, but I don't think it's going to be as good as, as Jericho's show, Jericho and the Big Show. I don't think it's going to be as good, but hey, let's see where they're going to go with that. But back to the Straight A Society. I actually think that, maybe they should add another member, or they should just get rid of Luke Gallows, period. Luke Gallows, he's not an interesting character. Matter of fact, I dare say nobody cares about the guy. Yeah, I'm just going to say I don't think anybody really cares about the guy. He used to be Festus, and, the guy who, he'd get real angry when the bell rang. But, I really think either they should add another member, or they should just get rid of Festus. Now, I have two guys in mind who they should add to this group. One, I say Matt Hardy. Now, here's why I say Matt Hardy. There's nothing for Matt Hardy, period. Like I did in my last video on Matt Hardy. You want my thoughts on Matt Hardy, watch that video on Matt Hardy. And, they really have nothing for Matt Hardy. And I can see him being in the Straight A Society. This is just what I think. So maybe he should just turn heel. I don't think they should, cut his hair or anything. But then again, you probably would have to. Everybody else cut their hair, but CM Punk didn't cut his, so I would say that maybe they could do this little thing and say, I'll join the Straight A Society, but hey, I'm not cutting my hair, something like that. Or I could see Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas is in the WWE. It might seem like they let him go, but he's a jobber. But I can see him in the Straight A Society, replacing Luke Gallows or just adding him into the group. I would say, have him replace Luke Gallows. Because, Luke Gallows, nobody cares about him. Then again, you probably say, well, nobody cares about Charlie Haas. But here's the thing. Charlie Haas, even though really nobody would say nobody cares about him, but at least he's a good wrestler. Luke Gallows isn't. He's garbage. So, he's not that great of a worker. Charlie Haas is 10 times the wrestler he is. And, Charlie Haas needs something. So, instead of having him just be a jobber, you can put him in this group. Straight A Society, which is a pretty hot group. I'm into the angles with them, saving people, cutting people's hair, and I'm into that angle. That girl, I believe she's a wrestler. I haven't seen her work yet. If she is a wrestler, I haven't seen her work, but hopefully we'll see her soon. I just think she looks pretty good for a woman with a shaved head. But that's just me. Some people might say different. And, but that's just what I think. But I do like the Straight A Society. I think they should just add another member, or they should just get rid of Luke Gallows, period. Replace him with either Matt Hardy or Charlie Haas. If he's still there. I do believe he's still there because I know I've seen him a couple of weeks ago. But moving on. Now I'm going to talk about Survivor Series. Survivor Series, well, it's gone. I'm pretty sure you've seen a couple other guys' videos. It's gone. Survivor Series, it seemed like to me that they didn't give a damn about this pay-per-view, period. After a while. They didn't care about the pay-per-view. They didn't really put no effort into it. They just put a couple of guys here. They put a couple of guys there, babyface, heel. They didn't put no effort into it. As a matter of fact, they sort of had another version of this pay-per-view called Bragging Rights, and they put more effort into that than they did Survivor Series, and that's the truth. That's the truth. They put more effort into this Bragging Rights pay-per-view more than they did the Survivor Series pay-per-view, and clearly that's a mistake. I guess we're gonna see Bragging Rights again, but the pay-per-view was just dried up. It was done. They ain't put no effort into it, and they didn't really try to put no prestige back into it like they did SummerSlam last year. Like they brought the prestige back into SummerSlam last year, like they tried. And I thought SummerSlam was, SummerSlam. No, I almost said SummerFest. SummerSlam was a pretty good pay-per-view last year, in my opinion. And so, you know, I guess they should get rid of it. It's one of Vince's first pay-per-views, one of the big four. It's one of his first ever pay-per-views, and after a while, the pay-per-views, no, it either was okay or it sucked. Bottom line, either it was okay or it sucked. So it seemed like to me that they just didn't care about the pay-per-view anymore. You know, so I guess they should end it. So, you know, I don't think I'm even gonna miss it. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm even gonna miss it. I haven't really seen too many Survivor Series anyway, but I don't think I'm really gonna miss it. But that's just me. I don't necessarily want to see it go, but they're not gonna really put no prestige into it. They're not gonna put no effort, and it's supposed to be one of your biggest pay-per-views. Then yeah, let it go, kill it. But moving on. I'm going to talk about this no blood situation. Basically, the simple fact is, I watched ECW this week. I watched ECW this week. I think I catch the last couple of weeks of ECW. I watched ECW this week, and they had a no-holds-barred match. It was Shelton Benjamin and Vance Archer, who was Lance Hoyt in TNA, and he was also Lance Rock in TNA. He had this group called the Rockin' Rave Infection over there in TNA. And I got to tell you right now, Lance Rock and Shelton Benjamin, they had this match where they had a no-holds-barred match. A no-holds-barred match, ladies and gentlemen. That means no rules, right? No rules. Anything goes. Well, there was a part where I guess he had threw Shelton into the announcer's table, and Shelton was bleeding. Shelton was bleeding. He had like a cut in his forehead, and he was bleeding a little bit. He was bleeding a little bit, and they stopped the match to clean that cut. What the hell? You stopped the match to clean this cut in a no-holds-barred match. A no-holds-barred match. A match where anything goes. Now, I think that is stupid. I think that is retarded. I think that's, what the hell are you thinking? You know, that was stupid. It's a no-holds-barred match. So why did they even have a no-holds-barred match in the first place? Is it possible that a guy's going to bleed in a no-holds-barred match? Come on, let's be honest here. It was a little cut. I mean, like, the cut was a little, he was bleeding, but it wasn't like, come on, give me a break. Undertaker was bleeding at the last pay-per-view. He was bleeding at the last pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble. He was bleeding. His nose was busted. He had blood, like, all right here. He had a bloody mustache. It looked like he had a mustache full of blood. They didn't stop that cut. I guess they figured, well, we don't want to diminish the character of the Undertaker. We don't want to make him look weak. Man, come on. If you're going to do that to everybody else, you got to do it to him, too. Not that I wanted to see it. Now, I'm actually kind of glad they didn't do it, but they stopped the match for a while to stop this cut. You know, like this, the UFC. You know, in the UFC, and they'll stop a fight for a little while to clean a cut. And they cleaned this cut. I thought that was stupid for the simple fact that it was a no-holds-barred match. That's why. So if you haven't seen that match between Vance Archer and Shelton Benjamin this week on ECW, I mean, you know, that's just not that the match was great. I mean, it was okay, but you know, I thought that was just stupid, and to me, that was just taking it too far. In a no-holds-barred match, it's a no-holds-barred match. Anything goes. But you know, that's it. That's all I got to say for now. And this is Warzone Jones. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. So, I'm out. Have a good one.